Cool Talks mit unserem US-Point Guard Quentin Goodin. Yeah, Quentin, welcome. Cool Talks, first episode with you. How are you doing? How do you like Leverkusen, Germany so far?
Everything's good. I think the hardest part about Germany is reading the signs right now.
Yeah.
But thankfully, like a lot of people in Germany know English, so like I can get around a whole lot easier than what I was expecting. This is my first time really being in a different country by myself. In college I went to Madrid and Barcelona for like 2 weeks before like preseason games.
Okay.
Like a scrimmage type games before the season started. But this is actually like my first time like being overseas by myself, like getting paid, playing basketball, doing something that I love. So it's been good. Germany's starting to get a little cold. Yeah. But besides that, hoops is good.
German winter can be very cold, I'm telling you now.
Yeah, the rain and the wind is different over here compared to the States.
Yeah, definitely. First time in Europe was in Spain for your tournaments.
Yes.
Now you're living here for a couple of months, years maybe, we will see. Are you able to get around a little bit, see some cities and places, or is COVID denying that?
Maybe a little bit, but right now, like Hansi kind of, he likes to book the schedule. We get like 1 or 2 days off.
I wanted to hear that.
Yeah, but like so the days that when I get days off, like I usually don't have a lot of energy, to go out and actually like look at the cities. But I have been around to like Dusseldorf. That's where I get like my hair cut and my hair retwisted at.
Oh, you already got your hairdresser there?
Yes, that's one of the first things I found out.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
So then like Cologne, when I first got here, I got hurt. I pulled my hamstring, of course. Yeah. And so I went to Cologne a lot for like physio and treatment with Nicole, the trainer. And so when I went to Cologne, I kind of got to see different parts of Cologne because there was a couple times I got lost using the GPS, getting used to the GPS and the exits over here. So. By accident, I got to see, other places, but I got to see a little bit. It's nice over here. I like it.
Some Americans say it's a kind of culture shock when you come to Europe or especially Germany for the first time. Would you say the same?
I don't think I was shocked because I already kind of knew what to expect because of where I went to Spain. Yeah. But as far as like the living, like where I'm from is like in the country. So like everything's just like all spaced out. And like here it's like, people don't have like their own land to like, like cut their grass or something like that. So like, I wouldn't say it's a shock, it's just, different, but it's something I was expecting.
Obviously, we like to talk about that a little bit. So let's talk about where you're from, how were you living there?
Yeah, so I'm from Campbellsville, Kentucky. It's kind of like a small country area. Born and raised, grew up there, played high school ball there, went to college at Xavier University in Cincinnati, Ohio. Played 4 years there. Got a Big East championship there, regular season, not the tournament. Went to the Elite Eight. Was the #1 seed one of the years, so I had a lot of, history. But where I'm from, I was kind of, brought up in like a sports family. Like everybody in my family plays some type of sport, whether it's basketball, football. My mom did like dance. My dad did football. Like it was kind of everything that just spread out. I got cousins. My cousin Kyvan Goodin Rogers played basketball for Kentucky women's basketball team. I got another cousin, KC Goodin, went to Georgetown College, played basketball. And he got kids, Cade and Kenyon. They're still in middle school and high school, going through the process. Figuring out what they want to do at the next level as far as like collegiate sports. But like, it's just, our family just breeds sports, You walk into the house, it's going to be some type of sport on, unless it's my mom. Yeah. She likes to watch like HGTV and look at houses and stuff. But when she knows when, the boys get in the house, she's going to have to change the channel. But, besides that, I feel like if you know me, I'm always doing something. relatively to sports. I didn't just play basketball growing up. I played baseball till I was 12.
Baseball?
Yes.
Okay.
And I played American football till I was like 14, 15 years old. And then—
Which position?
Honestly, like all the skill positions.
Oh, okay.
So they just, anytime they wanted to use me to try to score a touchdown, I'll go to whatever position they need to play, whether that's quarterback, running back. Or I would say just none of the blocking, like the linemen, the people that, you know, the center and things like that, just like kind of skill positions. And then like when I got into high school, I was just like, I think I'm just gonna stick to one sport. Honestly, I liked basketball, or I like football more than basketball.
Yeah.
But I was better in basketball. And like anytime like I thought about going to work out or something like that, it was always basketball. So like when I got to high school, I was going down to one sport and I had to choose. It was kind of like an easy decision. And everybody that I look up to, like my role models, played basketball.
Okay,
so
tell us, who are your role models?
So I'm probably gonna get some criticism for this, but my favorite, like my role model right now is LeBron James. Growing up, like it was Kobe, and then like when LeBron got into the league, I kind of switched. Yeah. But I still like Kobe. At the same time, I had jerseys, and then like I had a Carmelo Anthony jersey as well. But by far, I think my role model would be LeBron James.
But LeBron James is wearing number 23 or number 6. Yeah. So why are you wearing number 3?
Okay, so I wear number 3 because I love LeBron James. Don't get me wrong, but I think my favorite all-time player, like no matter what, is Allen Iverson.
Obviously,
yeah, because he's part of the reason why I wear like my hair like obviously. This, things of that nature.
I expected you to say that. So.
Yeah. So then, and also my birthday is on the 3rd as well. So my birthday is September 3rd. So I was like, 3 is just kind of been like one of those numbers that like I've always liked. I was 13, I think in middle school, and then like by the time I got to high school, I was like, I want to change my number to 3. Part of the reason was 3 was the only number available for me to take, and like the upperclassmen had 13 already, so it was just kind of like it was kind of just handed to me, you know. But yeah.
Last year was a little bit difficult for you, I heard, because you haven't had the chances to work out and play and everything. So you were like teaching kids or train kids?
Yeah, so when COVID hit, for me personally, we was in the middle of the Big East tournament in Madison Square Garden. And when COVID started going crazy, they shut down all the Big East games. And then it got so bad that like they closed down the school. So like the last, I want to say like 2 months of school, you was doing it from like your hometown. So when I got home, I graduated from my college with a communications degree. And when I got home, COVID was still really bad and nobody really had any answers. So I kind of like lucked out in a way because I was still gathering information for myself and my own health, you know? But during that process, I wasn't able to play basketball because everything was shut down. So during COVID, I wasn't able to come right after my senior year at Xavier, that next year, start my rookie year in a professional sport because of COVID. And then I think like a couple, the overseas teams that was looking at me, I don't know who specific, they were sending players back home. So I didn't have really no choice but to stay home. So when I was home, I was just doing whatever I can to stay ready. You know, the little saying, you know, stay ready so you don't get ready. You know, that type of thing. Yeah. And then I got like, just like I have my role models, LeBron James in my hometown, like I'm the role model. So like when I was home, like I had kids and my younger family members like coming up to me like, can you work us out? Like give us a couple of drills. And I was like, this is the easiest thing you could ask for. You know, I've always wanted, I love helping people. Yeah. You know, especially like people as my family, people that thinks they can actually like take something away. Like if I can give something for somebody to take and be successful, I'm gonna do that. So.
And then in 2021, you received the chance to play in Leverkusen, Germany. Yeah. Still record champion in Germany. How do you like playing here, and how do you like the culture of the team?
I love it. Honestly, I didn't realize we had there was a soccer team here. So like I feel like this city is like a sports type city because our arena is right across from the football arena or soccer arena.
Yeah.
So it's like, dang, like I get out of practice, I may have a couple of tickets to go to the soccer game or something. So the atmosphere is real fun. We get like a lot of support at our games. We got, the team is great. You know, everybody gets along with each other. I feel like, everybody just like has the same goal. Everybody just wants to win, no matter like who scores the points, like no matter how ugly or how pretty it is. As long as we win, like everybody is happy. So when you have that type of culture, it makes it like a whole lot easier, you know, for you to play personally.
Are you satisfied with the first games?
I want to say satisfied, but very pleased. You know,
okay.
I would like for us to get, you know, win a few more on the road. You know, because I want to say it's easy to win at home, but like it's kind of like you should win at home. Like the tough games is the games on the road. And I wish we could get a couple more of those. So I feel like honestly, like if we can, you know, at least be 500 on the road, we put ourselves in a great position in the playoffs.
If I would give you the opportunity to wish something for 2022, what would it be?
Oh, to win a championship. That's win a championship. My family, you know, be safe while I'm away. You know, that's probably one of the hardest things, being away from the family, and you know, on the holidays like Thanksgiving that just passed, things like that, where family comes together. And then my own health and safety. You know, COVID's crazy. So just, you know, dodge COVID, stay away from COVID, that type of thing.
One thing is very interesting about you, I think, when I look at you as a player, you want to play defense and want to get some steals. Yeah. You not only want to get some buckets, you want to get some steals as well. Where do you get that mindset from?
Oh, man. So my dad, I got to give that to my dad because my dad's always been big on if you can go get 50 points and your man gets 50 points, like there's no difference, you know? Okay. So like if you can, you know, score the ball and shut down your man that you're guarding, it makes like a big impression. And and that just kind of what I carried with me everywhere I went, like from high school. Actually, that started at a young age because, you know, when I was watching Allen Iverson, I always was watching the offense. I wasn't watching what he's doing on defense until I got older to understand. And then when I was getting looked at by college coaches and stuff, they've always harped on defense, that type of thing. So I kind of used it like for me, like in the States, I felt like it was like everybody, all my competition, we was real close, you know, who I was competing, you know, to get, because I always look, it's bad, rankings is not important, but like I took it, you know, personally that when I looked at like a rank, because I was always on the rankings in high school, that type of thing. And I kind of took it personally when I seen like somebody was ranked higher than me. So I always try to find something I could do to separate myself. And I figured, you know, a lot of these dudes can score buckets just like me, but like not many of them is playing defense. So I try to play defense to really be like a two-way player, that type of thing. And then when I got to college, that was like the biggest, like the first, like preseason is nothing but defense and like transition type stuff. So like we're working on like hedging on ball screens, getting over the screen, chasing the shooter off down screens, and like, don't get face cutted, that type of thing. Like it's kind of crazy. And then like, and then just a mental thing, you know, especially when you get tired, you know, it's easy to play defense when you're not tired. When you get tired, I just kind of like a personal challenge for me. Like, okay, I'm tired, but let me get a rebound. Like, let me just stay involved and be productive, you know, let me not just be out here floating around type of thing. So it's just kind of like, it's a challenge for my dad challenges me every game. To just, you know, get steals, get rebounds, you know, control what I can control, because offense is kind of like, I always heard like offense is fool's gold, but defense is something that you can bring to the table every game. You know, that's just playing hard, you know, wanting more than the other team type of thing. And I don't want to ever be out there, you know, playing a game and it look like the other team wants it more than me. You know, that's kind of, you know, disrespectful to myself and the teammates I'm playing with.
One thing from the US you're really missing, except of your family?
Food. Okay. The food here is great. Actually, like it was probably good for me to be out here because I've had to eat more, you know, healthier. Yeah. Like I can't just kind of just lay around eat chips and stuff all day. But like I have to, like I've kind of found me a couple spots to actually eat better, because that's kind of a big thing over here. Eat healthy and getting the right food in your body. Yeah. And then like my teammate, I got a few teammates that's like vegan.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes me feel guilty if I'm eating junk food and that type of thing and not taking care of my body. But I would just say, it's gonna sound bad, just like, the greasy foods. Like when my mom cooks like meatloaf or my dad's making like some wings or something on the grill, a steak, something like that. But besides my family, my daughter, I miss my daughter, unless that's included family too.
Yeah.
That's a part of family.
Yeah.
I miss my daughter, my friends. But the thing about Germany that I do like is like it's not miserable. So it's not like I miss them, but it's not like a bad I can't wait to get back home because I want to see my family.
Yeah.
Like Hansi's big on the team being a family and everybody on the same unit, and he's doing a really good job of that because I do feel like we're a family, and it really makes me not have to think so much about being back home and missing my family. And him keeping us busy, helps me not to be like just bored and just having my mind just, days off into like wherever space and just think. Because usually I want to say that's not the only time I think about my family, but I catch myself thinking about my family the most when I'm just bored and not doing nothing. So.